no breast cancer care. What's going through your mind at the moment?
The size of the breast cancer, the grade,
At Breast Cancer Care we have a free phone telephone helpline which forms one of the core services that we can offer to people who are concerned about breast cancer. That doesn't necessarily have to be someone who's actually been diagnosed with breast cancer. It could also be someone who perhaps has a benign breast condition, who is a friend or a relative of someone with breast cancer. Essentially, we would take calls from anybody who wants to discuss any issue about breast health.
I was diagnosed with breast cancer a couple of years ago when I was 39. A bit of a bad timing really. It was 2 weeks before my wedding to Neil. So it wasn't the best news that I was looking for. While I was going through my treatment, I had a lot of support from various breast cancer care services and from my friends. But one thing that you always forget is that once you've finished your treatment, that's the time that you are on your own. I was aware of breast cancer care, in fact previous to actually getting breast cancer myself. And it was after my diagnosis, I was on the internet looking at their website, and then that's when I learned about the Helpline support.
Working for the Helpline, we've got people who might have a personal experience of breast cancer. They might have had it themselves, or perhaps a partner or a relative has had it. We also have qualified, experienced nurses who have worked within the field of breast cancer for a number of years. They're there to answer calls Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturday from 9 till 2. We offer a range of support for the people ringing in. It can be a listening ear. People sometimes just want to talk through what's on their mind.
When you say because of what it is, what do you mean? What does breast cancer conjure up to you?
We can also offer more practical support in terms of telling them what services are out there. If perhaps they might want to get hold of a support group, they might be inquiring about hair loss, prosthesis fitting.
We do have a fact sheet on diet and breast cancer, which
the other thing that people will often want to do is just ring us with kind of pure information-based questions and want to have a talk through, perhaps what new research might be in terms of treatment or diagnosis.
What I can do is just have a look and see if there's any sort of current research.
We're always monitoring the quality of our calls to make sure that people are getting the best kind of service they can, and we run in-house training regularly throughout the year.
They helped me in that they just allowed me to let go. I was never conscious of holding everything in, but sooner or later you're going to have a bit of a hissy fit or a crying fit, and it was just great for that one moment. I was talking to them normally, and the more I spoke and the tears came and I was really angry. I never thought, why me? I just thought, why now? Why couldn't it have happened later on? But they were just there, and I could just get rid of all of that anger and that emotion that had been building up over the past few weeks. So they were a great sounding board.
As well, even though you've had a mastectomy.
Even now, a year past my treatment, I even had to call them about travel insurance. So it's not just the emotional, it's not just the medical, it's the practical as well. Although I'm past treatment, the breast cancer is always with me. And I know that I don't need to call the helpline now, but in the future, if I've got any concerns or any other question I want to ask, I know that I can just pick up the phone to them. It's not going to be a problem.
There's a fiction there. It might be just worth telling breast donors.